Welcome to topic number 3, communicating with customers. Like you know, or as you know, communication with customers is very, very essential, and no organization can live without proper communication with customers. So we want to understand how to go about it. And that's what we are saying in our first statement, that any firm depends on its customers. You may maintain effective contact with your consumers or your customers and create enduring relationship if you work on developing excellent interpersonal skills. So we are saying communication is all about that relationship that is being created, a long-lasting one with the customer, that you can be able to deliver goods of value to them. Statement number 2, we are saying customers who are satisfied will promote your company. So they will speak positively about your company. They advertise and endorse your company. They are, however, also more understanding when things don't go as planned. And then finally, we are saying to assist you enhance customer service, there are a number of steps that you need to follow. The first one is be a good communicator with clients. So by doing that, number A, you need to you build a relationship. Spend time being kind and professional while speaking with your clients. And also the second thing, you need to pay attention to your clients. Like all other skills, active listening requires practice. So we are saying maintain your participation in the discourse and be careful to ask clarification questions if necessary. Over and over again, customers are going to come when they are offended about a product that did not meet their needs. They will come offended because maybe you did not deliver your product on time, and that's why we are saying you need to pay attention to them, listen to them, what could be their issues and complaints, then look for ways that you can be able to solve those particular issues. Then the other one is use analogies. Analogies are great to explain complex or technical issues or descriptions. If you build a good relationship with a customer, pick examples they will connect with. So customers are people that require you to clarify in a way that they can be able to understand. Those are what we are calling analogies. So you will be able to explain your product or service in a way they can be able to immediately understand. Then also you can develop customer service standards, internal customer service guidelines, benchmarks, regulations. Make sure that staff members interact with consumers consistently. So you may rest easy knowing that your employees treat clients well every time they interact with your firm because of this. So you need to set guidelines. The minimal, we call them irreducible minimums in terms of communication. You need to set benchmarks, regulations, and these are things that employees need to be aware of so that they can ensure that they are reaching the customers in the right way. And finally is resolve disputes. Customer complaints may happen, but if you manage them quickly and professionally, you will develop enduring connection with your clients. So resolve disputes, solve issues around customer complaints, and that will bring these customers close to you and ensure that they continue to buy products from you. Number 2, remember we began with number 1 is where we listed those ABC points. So number 2 is select the most effective channel for contacting your customers. And we are saying the more you interact with your clients, the more probable it is that they will remember you and your company. You need a communication strategy to decide which form of communication is most effective for your company and your target market. Before you choose a strategy, think about your target audience demographics. Social media usage, instance varies depending on the age group. So different customers can be contacted in different ways. We have now currently the use of social media platforms has become quite a major one. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp There is also WhatsApp for business. So it is you to sit down as a person who is interested in good customer care, and I look at your customers. You cannot choose, for example, WhatsApp, and some of the clientele that you are serving do not have phones that can use WhatsApp application. So you need to be aware customers are of different nature. There are those that can afford those mobile phones. There are those that can't. So those that cannot, how can you be able to reach them? I am sure you've seen businesses sending text messages to people's phones. So it is a consideration that you need to make so that you bring everybody on board. Then the other one is make a phone call. If you are a service-based business, touching base can be a great way to keep your business at the front of your customers' minds. So touching base, so communicate with your customers through phone calls. You need to find out from them how was the product, did they enjoy the product, and so on and so forth. And then number B, engage on social media. You can post promotions, details about new goods or service, and general notifications on social media. Remember that social media functions best when you utilize it to create connections, rapport, and relationship with your audience. Like I've said, social media has become one of the major tools of communication. So we need to learn how to use it. There are ways that we can promote our adverts through social media, Facebook ads, Google ads. So we need to do such kind of things to enhance our customer base, and that will help us as an organization to be able to grow. And then we can also participate in sending newsletters or send a newsletter. A newsletter is simply a booklet that is explaining on a new product that the company has been able to launch, indicating on where the company plans to go in the future. So you send this to clients, to consumers, so that they can be able to read and understand those newsletters. It simply shows that you are still mindful of them and you know that they exist. So the reason why we send newsletters is to keep them updated on what is happening. And then spam laws. There are rules when sending electronic commercial messages to your customers. Before sending your messages, you must make sure that you have permission from your customers to send them commercial electronic messages. Of course, those messages can be disturbing. They can be too much. So you need to inquire from them whether you can use that channel of communication. And then you include a way for your customers to unsubscribe or opt out. Those that are aware of how emails work, especially the commercial email, once you scroll down to the last bit of that email, there is an option to unsubscribe. That is for the person that feels that these emails have become too much. We need to respect our customers' privacy when it comes to sending of emails and those commercial electronic messages. So we need to give them an option to opt out. Opt out is unsubscribe from receiving those texts. And then ask for feedback. You can use surveys to get customer feedback on the goods and services you provide. You can learn what they think of goods and services and what you could change or include in your selection. You could offer an incentive to encourage survey responses, so such as free movie tickets, product discounts. So customer feedback is important as part of communicating with them, and there are different avenues that we can use. We can provide questionnaires, we can listen to them, we can call them and find out how did they find the good or service, and all that is part of customer feedback. Then deliver great customer service. Good customer relationships, we are saying, are at the heart of great customer service. Whether you are interacting with a long-term client or first-time buyer, developing a strong rapport is an important part of building good customer relationships. So how do you do this? We can have face-to-face customer service. We are saying if you have a physical brick and mortar business, you can help to develop good customer relationships. And you do through face-to-face customer service interactions, you do the following things. You can greet your customers as they walk in through the door. If your customers have to wait to be served, it is helpful to help to have some greeting with your customers and letting them know how long they should expect. These are things that we ignore. Customers come into our businesses, into our organizations, and we are busy doing other things simply because they are sitting on a queue. But what we need to do, you need to keep them updated on how long they are going to wait. You can have the newsletters on the tables that they can be able to be going through. And the other one is make sure you check in with your customers while they are in your shop. This also gives them a chance to ask any questions they might have. And the other one is know your product. In a face-to-face business setting, if you are able to immediately answer any tricky questions, so any questions that customers might have, you can answer that, and this gives them confidence that you know your product and you can be able to deliver value to them. And then we have online customer service. This can be done through prompt answering of emails. So make sure that there are no unanswered mails. That is also part of communicating with customers. Consider a live chat service. So sometimes when you log into some websites, you will see a pop-up message on the far right that is inviting you to have a chat with these people, so, or with the company. So if those live chat options are available, they are also good avenues to communicate with your customer. Then the other one is keep a log of any phone interactions you have with your customers. So you need to maintain a record of the interactions that you have been communicating with your customers, the messages. And that's why when you call certain customer service companies, they are going to tell you that the message is going to be recorded. That is part of keeping a record, or keeping the information that the customer has shared with you. And lastly is publish important information about your business, like your mission statement, your business history, or your website. So that is all on communicating with customers. These things that we have mentioned here are things that you need to put into consideration. Make sure that you are doing it within your business setup. Make sure that customers are satisfied and they will not complain that you have not reached out, you have not gotten back to them. And by doing so, we have said the end result is that they are going to be communicating about your product to other people, and this will enhance your business. So thank you so much. We will be doing the next topic shortly.